Oh,
There we go. Cross time. Welcome. Cross time. College basketball show. Crossroads Sports. Jonathan Birdsong, Brandon Reef, DCOT, Game Time Network joining Crossroads. The Crossroad where we have you on Sunday. Thanks for joining us. We took a hiatus last week. Took a Sunday off with the games going on across the NFL. Nobody can be listening to us anyways while those games were on. But tonight, college basketball talk. Then the most beautiful NBA on NBC Sunday night games now are happening, which I love that that takes center stage. But gentlemen, how are we? How's been the week?
man, I'm doing good. Man, I've been dealing with this flu bug for a minute, and I'm on the tail end of it now. Got my hot toddy going and everything, man. And I gotta be right before I go on my work trip next week. I can't be down there in the warm weather, man. Having a sore throat.
Yeah, I leave for mine as well on Tuesday morning, very early to Dallas, the Big D down there. Me and Dak Prescott hanging out on my work
Hanging
trip.
out.
So, and it's also before we get to Jimmy, it's also Super Bowl week, so I had to rep. So I got the
Oh,
retro Steelers Cardinals Super Bowl 43 hat.
I
There
like
you,
that. I like that.
there you go. The NFL hopefully send us a commission check for mentioning a big game. You know what I'm saying? How they are about their commercialism and whatnot. But like, nah, man, I've been, dude, as y'all know, man, Circle City, man, we've been underneath the snow in cold advisory, man. So I'm tired of busting up ice and snow. You know what I'm saying? Laying down salt. You know, so I got stuck twice, man, but I did have some great not good Samaritans, great Samaritans kind of helped me, you know what I'm saying, get back on track, man. But, you know, hey, it's been a challenge, you know, since something, you know what I'm saying, you live here in Indianapolis, you got to deal with it, man. So, here we are, man. But like, I've caught up, you know what I'm saying, they made fun of me, y'all. They made fun of me because I kind of go to sleep early, y'all. Everybody knows this in my personal life. They made fun of me, man, because I do get up
Street
early.
lights.
I do get up early and kind of catch up
Well,
on
before
something.
the show, Decott was talking about how Jonathan was sending Texas already at 6 a.m. And I said, well, back in the day when we used to have Pac-12 football, Pac-12 basketball, Jonathan would go to sleep at 7 p.m., miss the evening slate, but wake
Yeah,
up at 4 a.m. to finish the Pac-12 games as they're coming to an end.
yeah, miss all them good USC, you know what I'm saying, USC California games, man. But like, nah, man, ready to talk some good college basketball tonight. I know we probably gonna bleed into the NBA. It just kind of is what it is, man, as well, man. But like,
That time of year, man.
Hey,
hey, man, we probably want to. I don't know, Brandon. We can spin the wheel, man. But we probably want to start here locally at home, man. You know what I'm saying? Brandon kind of was prophetic, you know what I'm saying? If you believe in, you know what I mean, in the Prophet of Noah segment of our Crossroads Sports, man. Brandon kind of prophetic and said that the Hoosiers got to split this West Coast road trip, and they went out there and show improved, man. I got to salute the Hoosiers, man, for getting it done, man. They showed some grit. And that's how they got it done, man. Wilkerson out there looking like a, like I said, like a fifth year Joe Dumars, man. That's my assessment of the Hoosiers, man. They've shown improved the last couple games.
A lot
yeah,
of fight.
they definitely showed. I was worried because, I mean, we've seen Indiana before where they've had a nice lead and then it's fallen apart at the end, right? They were up by what 12 or so as the final couple minutes of the game. I didn't get to finish the after the first overtime because we went to
Yeah, with
dinner
the
for
other
my birthday.
couple times.
Well, we went. I left for my birthday dinner, so we left, and the score had 97-97. End of the second overtime, third overtime getting ready to start, and then 2 minutes later, I look. It said final second overtime. So that's why I texted. I said, "What the hell happened?" Because I completely missed it because of that. But it looked like I will say this: it looked like the Hoosiers for a while had that knockout punch, that boom boxing punch knockout UCLA, kind of like my man did last night that knocked old Decott's twin out, knocked his
He lost
hair
his
all the way
toupee, right?
back,
Yeah, that's hard.
knocked that toupee all the way off. We had to fix it. It looks better today with it shaved, but UCLA had the fighter's punch. Mick Cronin bitching in the press conference as usual.
Horrible.
If you had that on your bingo card, you won. But IU got. Hey, I said you got to split. You got the first one. Now what you can do? Got
Yeah. Hey, they showed a lot of fight again, man. When you think they're dead in the water, so like the Kentucky game earlier in the year,
Yep.
they started off really well, they faded, and they faded to oblivion, right? This time though, they dug a little deeper and said we're too far from home to be taking the loss. That's a long drive home, right?
Right.
That's not a drive. But yeah, so they said they didn't want to have that. I just think that the Hoosiers, like I said in our chat, I still think they need some form of an identity, right? I don't think they got lucky in the game. I think they've got to have some type of a go-to. Now, and I understand our dreaded dreadlock Johnson's twin is out there. Yeah. I always forget his name, but he's a good player, very good player. Just you need that go get it guy, and I still think they're figuring out who's that guy to hit that big shot. I think, but again, nothing what infused talent won't fix. Especially a nice big man that can knock people around and get some rebounds.
Well,
life easier for little small guys.
Right now, Coach DeVries has kind of shown the kind of style and system that he wants to play. So for anybody that's future kind of coming down the road as far as recruitment is concerned, that's what I'm saying. The Hoosiers aren't necessarily blessed with a whole lot of athleticism. They're not necessarily blessed with a whole lot of size. They do have some guys with some skill, and obviously some guys a little bit with some tenure, underneath them, because like a lot of these guys are mid-major seniors that then already had, their senior day and whatnot or whatever. So, and this is kind of their audition, get more tape out there so scouts can kind of see what you got out there, whether you make it, here or internationally. So, you bring up Wilkerson if they have a go-to guy, that would kind of be him. He doesn't necessarily always have the matchup. To get necessarily, he's again not necessarily blessed with great athleticism. He can shoot now. That's for darn sure, man. So I me, I look at draft boards and all that. I think he's not necessarily on any of them, but he's gonna get what he's kind of put together. Hello, he's kind of put together. And like I said, man, their next game is USC. That's not a hard game. Especially after you didn't, dug a little dirt and played, face to face with Purdue, played, a gritty out game against UCLA. Yeah, it's not our real reason that y'all could go on a 3-game win streak here, Indiana. So because now it's gonna get tougher.
The problem, John, I think I'm concerned with USC's size and athleticism that they have with that team. I feel like if you match the bodies up side by side, IU will struggle a little bit with the inside rebounding and athleticism that USC has. But I think they can match that with their shooting. Now, Tucker DeVries can't go 1 of 15 shooting from 3 and
absolutely not.
Can't go that route there, right? Their 3-pointers yesterday, from what I saw, the hit and miss for a while. They got hot for a little bit, and then it went completely away.
Yep.
Listen, they're net 29 right now, so technically they would be in the NCAA tournament. They're kind of right there on that first 4 in right now. They're taking on a USC team right now that's like, I think it's 52 is their net. So, or 50. USC is 50. So they need some help. They're 15-6, right? So IU's got USC. Then they're home against Wisconsin, Oregon, and then they're at Illinois, at Purdue, and get home against Northwestern before they finish Michigan State, Minnesota, Ohio State. That
middle that schedule right there is a little tough. That road trip, that Purdue, Illinois, you're probably looking at 2 goose eggs right there. Purdue's gonna be pretty pissed based off of what happened last week. So I would.
They only got 4 home games left, or 4 road games left. So,
which is a good thing.
Yeah,
you got in this place at the point in the season, you got to definitely win the games that are there for you. You got to win the winnable games. If you don't, you're up shit creek without a paddle.
Yep. So, looking on the other side, Purdue Boilermakers 18-4. They got a win today, a get right game that you kind of needed to get against a bad Maryland team. You win by 30. I think the conversation that was in the locker room in the days since the UCLA, Illinois, and Indiana game, I think this was the game that kind of gets their season back on track a little bit. Listen, I said it on our show and our little thing that me and Jonathan did. Listen, the Hoosiers got the Boilermakers at the perfect time to come into Assembly Hall. You're on a 2-game slid. You're turning the ball over. You're shooting horrific from your free throws. They're representing the first time that the national championship team of football is coming into the basketball arena. First home game since then. All the scenarios were set up. Purdue started out great. It was that last 6-minute stretch towards the first half where it faltered for them. And then they made a late run the second half. We talk about IU struggles in second halves. Purdue made a little bit of run, but way too many missed free throws and turning the ball over there. That will cost you in those rivalry games. But great game today against Maryland, 30-point win. Now, here's the good news for Purdue. You got your get-back game. You have 6 days now before your next one, and it's at home against Oregon. So you've got some time to prep with Oregon to say, hey, listen, because if you would have lost this game, losing 4 straight to the worst team in the Big Ten, and then you got 6 days of practice, I would have hated that if I was a Purdue Bear. But you got it back. You've got a home game at 1 o'clock Saturday against Oregon before you go to Nebraska.
Did anyone ever think on this panel that we would be saying worst team in the Big Ten, Maryland, and maybe the second or third best team in the Big Ten, Nebraska? I mean, think about 5 years ago. If there's no way you don't think Maryland basketball as being nothing but branch. Your athletic guys, from the early '80s to now, and you think this is the worst team. And there's Northwestern's there too, by the way, and Rutgers is there.
Right.
Yeah, I thought Penn State would have been the worst this year. They were in my prediction rankings to be the worst this year.
Yeah. And in the words of JB, Lynn Bias is not feeling this right now.
No, not right now, man.
Steve Blake, I saw him there today.
Oh man,
Juan Dixon rolling over.
Hey, are we here knocking Steve Blake? Are we giving him his flowers? Because I know we've been chatting about it.
Oh man,
Lonnie Baxter,
LB.
But hey, DK, I will say, and I've been seeing you chirping. So we're going to talk about it. It's on topic.
You're about to pull your card.
Listen, there is not a problem with the backcourt. You hit clunkers, man.
Okay.
That backcourt today scored 57 points and had 14 assists. I know it's Maryland, but still, it's a Big Ten game.
Oh, hey, if it's a Big Ten game, you get credit.
Now, people are crushing Lawyer last week, which I don't feel like there was a reason to crush him. I think JB had agreed to that as well, that there was people crushing Lawyer's performances. And I know it's not as consistent as what you had 29 today. So, but
I just worry. as the season gets on, man. You got, your best player is a 6'2" guard. Yes, he's a good player. I'm not saying he's some bum. He's going to be drafted. Absolutely. He's going to be an NBA player. But if he's your best player at the end of February into March, I worry about that, man, because I'm looking for, I forget the big guy's name. I'm looking for him to have, I don't know, a staple game or something. I just worry about their backcourt. I like the team. I just worry about the backcourt, the way the game is played now. That's why I worry about, man.
Well, there are more people, there are more teams when you start talking about the field that have more talent. You know what I'm saying? When you look at Florida today, you kind of forget the losses they had early on in the season, man. They losses is in the rear view, and Florida looks awesome. You know what I'm saying? UConn looks awesome. You know what I mean? Some of these teams like that, would be a hard matchup for Purdue. You know what I'm saying? If they had the, you know what I'm saying, playing tomorrow, man. So,
good news is you don't have to play them all in the tournament.
Right.
Correct. Right. So you know what I'm saying, navigating that, their mindset, DK and Brandon Reed, I'm surely is on, you know what I'm saying, getting back into the Big Ten conversation, the championship conversation. You know what I mean? It's not out of reach. You know what I'm saying? Still got to play Michigan. You know what I mean? It's not like Michigan is unbeatable. They lost to Wisconsin already. You know what I'm saying? And they almost lost the other night to Nebraska. A couple dribbles another way, a couple calls another way. Nebraska wins that game. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like Michigan is unbeatable. I know people felt Michigan was unbeatable because they rallied Gonzaga. Just remind you, man, Gonzaga plays St. Mary's, and they pump up that rivalry like they pump up Detroit versus Pacers and Malice in the Palace, man. And like, you know what I'm saying? Gonzaga's a little inflated. Let's just be honest. Right. Gonzaga I'm not saying Mark Few's not a good coach. I'm not saying they don't have a good program of NBA talent and all that, but Gonzaga's a little inflated. So, Michigan routed them by 30. Like, when that came across I was like, Gonzaga still get right. They'll get right and make a little tournament run. But the Big Ten the Big Ten championship still within grasp. And I think that's what,
Can I,
what I'm saying?
Can I tell you the bet that I made early in the week, last week?
What's that?
What you made? Who you put some money on?
I put $40 on it. I got it at plus 400, and they were the fourth. They had the fourth best odds to win. This is to win the Big Ten regular season. I got plus 400. I got Illinois at plus 400. They are down to plus 150 now.
Get. That's a good,
I thought Michigan State was going to.
I love their schedule the rest of this way, Illinois schedule.
Yeah, I thought Michigan State.
Was that regular season? That's not tournament, right?
Regular season.
Okay.
Regular season. Yeah.
I think, we talked about in years past.
Nebraska on the road today. That was huge.
Yeah. Well, think about what Nebraska's been doing. Absolutely. The thing for me is the Big Ten has the depth this year. We just talked about 4 teams that could absolutely win the Big Ten. You talk about Purdue, Nebraska, Michigan State, Michigan, Illinois. That's 5 right there.
Yeah.
And that's legitimately. This is not like some crazy, 1983 upset NC State over Houston. You got what, 5? Am I wrong? Is it 5 teams that could really legitimately?
My paper, man. I got 6 locked in. I got 6 Big Ten locked in, and Indiana and Iowa are going to need some help, like in their Big Ten tournament runs or remaining parts of the schedule. You know what I mean? To get their name. I really think the Hoosiers kind of get in. They've been playing well enough. They'll win some games. You know what I mean? They're not going to win against Purdue. I get that, but they might shock some of these other teams. And then, like I said, pick up a game. If he puts it on the board, you're trying to get to Indianapolis. I'm not saying you're going to Indianapolis. You know what I'm saying? But you're trying to get to Indianapolis, man. So put that on the board as motivation, man. And like I said, I think the Hoosiers at least get in.
So here was bracketology. I started my first one for the year. We started on February 1st. As of this morning, obviously there will be some movement. Illinois will probably stay as the 2 with the win. Nebraska will probably drop from the 2 seed line. I think possibly.
Told you, Brandon. The Derek Birds up.
But overall, John, you said no problem with it. I think this is kind of where we're at right now, really, with the top 4 seeds in each region. Michigan State, I was shocked how bad they lost at home to Michigan. I expected a lot more from them on that.
We got a Michigan problem, man. He was out there the coach was out there flexing before the game started, man. Michigan coach, he was out there taking pictures.
Is that Dusty May, right?
Dusty May was out there flexing on him, man. IU, you got a good guy, but you missed the great one there, buddy. Michigan probably make the Final Four this year, y'all.
So with that said, I'm looking at. I'm not arguing with any of these. Realistically, maybe BYU and Texas Tech, or maybe flip flop down to 5 or 6, something like that, and some surprises come up. But what about Vandy? Right? They've been a killer at home. They've been a killer at home. They beat Bama at home. Ole Miss almost had them the other night. I'm not sure if you saw that game, JB. Ole Miss had them. They had them. It just depends. Are they a motivated team?
Hey, man, I'm going to put this out. A couple of things about me, man. Kevin Johnson, the former Phoenix Suns guard, and Bush Beard, kind of off. They got to get cleared. They ain't cleared just yet, man. So I don't comment on those 2 individuals. So,
okay. Okay.
Damn, I know. You weren't ready for that one, man.
Speaking of clearing, I think we also gotta talk about the elephant in the room.
What's that?
When you go out and you break the rules, well, first off, as a program, when you have all this success that's expected and you fail every time over the last 3 or 4 years, and then you go out, break the rules, and you get a guy that's NBA talent G League,
Oh, man.
call it, play
Oh,
preseason games, and this
I didn't
man
know
comes
where this
back
was
saying,
going.
"We are going to win the title. We're going to win the title," and you get
Oh, man.
dusted.
Who said they were going to win the
Florida-
title?
He
Did
did.
somebody say that for real?
He said it.
Nate
Who said? Nate Oates said it?
No,
They got
the
rattled.
player, Mr.
Well,
NBA himself.
The player's delusional.
Man, listen. Not
lost
only is
by
that
30.
player delusional, the coach is delusional. We talked about this last year when Purdue went down there and beat Bama, right? I mean, excuse me, when they went up north and lost and beat Bama. It was the Wisconsin game or whatever when Zach Gee was there. And I said, they don't play right. Yeah, you got all the talent. That's fine. You got nice talent. But the way they play with this analytics game, they're not a winning team. I don't give a damn. You can bring in Brandon back from the Hornets. It doesn't matter.
Right.
The way they play basketball isn't conducive for teams that are very similar in talent to them. I don't see them winning. They got the snot beat at them last night. Florida kicked the snot out of them last night.
I'm gonna let him go, man. I'm not gonna stop him, Brandon. He's
I've been
by Nate Oates.
Listen, man, Nate Oates is probably a nice guy. He's an ex-math teacher. He's from rags to riches. It's nice. But if you're thinking this guy is going to take you to the promised land, you're mistaken. Analytics, the way he goes about it in his game, is wrong. On this show last year, remember, I chronicled their shot chart.
Yeah.
And I haven't looked at it this year because I don't even want to look. I think it was almost 70% of their shots were threes. There's either shooting threes or shooting layups. That was it.
Yeah, they don't even try to, not even like an effort to like really like run an offense to try to get your bigs involved into like a free throw. Like Florida's like running nothing but half court. Purdue's running nothing but half court. UConn running but nothing but half court. Yeah, they run every now and then, but then it goes back to the half court, get the ball inside, push it back out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Get the guard. Why are we going crazy with turnovers? Like Nate Oates and them, they don't give a damn. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of kooky, man. I think Arkansas got bit by it last night, y'all. I got chirped by the Big Blue Nation friend, you know what I'm saying, fandom that knows me, man. And Arkansas got chirped by it last night. The homie Mark Pope went in. Like this season, like Kentucky's in. I don't know if Brandon got him in, you know what I'm saying, but Kentucky got to be. Kentucky's in. I know it breaks a whole lot of hearts. You know, they won games. You know what I mean? They won. They run the proper games that they've needed to. So you know, regardless of what you know what I'm saying, the big names. You know, what I'm saying, I don't. There's not necessarily whoever the name of the past from Anthony Davis on this squad, or you know what I'm saying, they don't necessarily have that superstar, but Mark Pope has kind of got this team together. They'll make the tournament, but like I'm not saying Final Four, but they'll make the tournament.
I'm asking real quick, how much of that game did you watch last night, JB?
Well, like listen, man. After they start calling the technicals, man, and that went
exactly. You with me? That's you with me. You don't say no more.
However,
to me.
They missed 10. Arkansas, they had 10. That was horrible.
Dude,
that's Calipari's teams, man. He don't really focus on free throws and whatnot.
The first half of the game was as good as a game as you see from about 8 or 9 athletes on the court getting up and down and hooping. The second half was an embarrassment. You know, I felt bad for a couple of players. Wagner is one. Wagner seemed like a good kid, and then the lead guard for Arkansas as well. Mm-hmm. But beyond that, everybody wanted to cuss each other out, call each other names, B's and A's and W's and all that stuff like that. Yeah, it's just Arkansas lost it though. They had when they had that lead, at a 5-point lead, that's when all the shenanigans went on. And it wasn't just Kentucky, it was both teams. And then Mark Pope tries to get Pope tries to give him a gift with the technical by just on the sideline, just acting a fool for no reason. They still couldn't take advantage of it. That was a tale of two halves. The first half I loved. The second half was embarrassment.
Yeah, it was a comedy of errors, man. But
yeah, you with me. You with me then.
They needed
it. No, go. I'll let you finish before we go.
No, Calipari be back another day. Calipari be back another day. He's a survivor.
Tyson was on the sideline. The leaders of Tyson right there on the front row, sitting there, you know, doing the chicken wing sign. Hey, get somebody else in.
I did like Florida for the other game. Florida fans yelling G League dropout. I did appreciate that.
That was bad, man.
No, that was good. He deserves it. He deserves it. If you leave school, you shouldn't be allowed to come back.
Brandon, do you want Thomas Hall? You want to be a Pacer? Thomas Hall, 6'9", undersized, power forward.
But that's a great segue to the Indiana Pacer Invitational. The Indiana Pacer Invitational we had last night between BYU and Kansas. Kansas getting I made great money taking Kansas plus 4.5 yesterday for this game. But
they had a whole bunch of Hollywood scouts in the house. They put them on the front row.
I'm concerned. KP was there, but I'm concerned if this man can play one half and he's got a tweaked hammy or whatever. Let's just get the dude from BYU.
They protected the money.
The how though, JB cramps. Look, he's missed 9 games.
This guy's
and as I said on the show earlier, this wasn't LeBron James cramps in 2013. These are legitimate cramps, right? Something's going on if you got a 20-year-old kid who's not able to finish a game because of cramps. You can say what you want. There's some type of a medical situation going on there that needs to be investigated at worst case.
The NBA doctors will figure that out, you know what I'm saying, before he's still 1 or 2. He's still 1 or 2 should be 1 or 2 on your bingo lottery card. You know what I'm saying? Because
he's won. He's won talent-wise, yeah.
Well, because he is, like I said, he's super special. It is a concern for me that he can't finish games. You know what I mean?
Huge concern, JB. Don't say it little.
Yeah. Don't downplay it, JB. Don't downplay it.
Hey, we already got people hurt. We don't need to bring another one in that's hurt all the time. Playing maybe 5 games.
Right. Hey, the MASH unit, just bring another one.
Especially how the NBA likes to run players now. The NBA just wants to run you anyway now. And like, you know what I'm saying? Look, Scoot Henderson's out. You know what I'm saying?
Don't
like
Kyrie Irving either.
Have the lead starters.
Know what you're gonna do.
Yeah. He had a wrist though. It wasn't cramps.
Last show JB was calling him. Well, he's playing his minutes and games just like Kyrie. Let's not compare the Kyrie situation.
Yeah, a little bit different scenario there.
You're giving him a pass, JB. I know you want Peterson more than AJ. I want AJ Pacer uniform, the new number 3. Sorry, Haywood Workman. Sorry, Yasikavicius. Sorry, George Hill. You got a new number 3 coming in.
He's not in Haywood Workman. He went from D.
Al Harrington. Move over.
So what happens? So we talk about this, right? Pacers are going to get the number 1 pick. We already established the NBA owes the Pacers from 1984. It's already been established. So with that said, the season goes on. Darren continues to play a game, miss a game, play a game, miss a game. I'm gonna just start calling him by his first name because he's probably going to be a Pacer when we get the first pick. So Darren in and out. Then you've got AJ who continues to get better, and it seems like he's getting taller. Right now he's 6'10".
Mm-hmm.
How much of yesterday's game do you think about on June 25th, which happens to be the day before my birthday, by the way?
Listen, man, AJ Badonsa looks like he's could be like Cooper Flagg, you know what I'm saying, in the open court. And like right now, Cooper Flagg, again, I think Dallas is like burning him like on both sides of the wick, man. You know what I'm saying? They got Jason Kidd out here cussing out people like he's a Greg Popovich on steroids, man. So this is like, this, you know what I'm saying, honestly, when it comes to like team building, this is the closest that you ever wanted that. You know what I'm saying? It's like Carmelo Anthony and LeBron James, even though one went 3 and one went 1, and we already know Darko Milicic probably should have never been in this particular conversation. But this is the closest that you would want to have a franchise type of guy since, you know, since Carmelo and LeBron. There's no wrong answer. There was really, I mean, even though like the king is the king, there really was no wrong answer. Even with when, you know what I'm saying, when you thought about that draft, 1 and 2, it should have been 2. Carmelo Anthony should have been number 2, period. Detroit Pistons should have picked him number 2, period. And
overthinking.
Yeah, overthinking Larry Brown. I don't know, man. Worry about the Honor Rodgers and whatever. But yeah, man. So there's no wrong. Technically, man. And if you slip down to 3, I'm not talking about the Pacers, but even if you slip down to 3 and 4, you're talking about a workhorse and Caleb Williams out of
he's my number 2 behind those guys.
Out of USC. I know D-Cot is infatuated, talent wise with Koa Pete. Again, that type of player is going to be picked in the 20s. You know what I'm saying?
You think,
the Wangler. Sorry, man. I'm just telling you,
let's do a wager on the side on that one.
The Wangler kid in the last 2 weeks has shot up everybody's draft board just because he's 6'7" and lanky and reminds everybody of Tyrese Halliburton. Everybody thinks that they can kind of plug him and play and be their next point guard, shooting guard, small forward. You know what I mean? Okay. So a lot of guys are getting their showcase on, which is great. There's still a lot of teams, and then the good thing is like a lot of these quote unquote stars or guys that got NBA tags on, they're still locked in. Illinois, they're still locked in. You know what I mean? I would say I would say BYU still locked in. They just got, you know what I'm saying, they come up, like they got a tough road. They had a tough test from that, you know what I'm saying? They beat that Big 12. The Big 12 road ain't necessarily super easy for them. So we got a comment.
Right.
3 trade.
Yeah, D-Cot said the new Big 3, trademark that. Yeah, we need to.
But like now, man, I don't want to. We gotta talk about some more area teams around here, man. Because
trademark Edward Workman, who did I say? Yasikevicius and AJ Adamase. There's the new Big 3.
The new Big 3.
Wasn't Iverson number 3?
Not for the Pacers.
Well, no, I know, but number. We just talking about 3.
It's the magic number.
We can tiptoe around it, or we can talk because it's basketball related. John, are we on the juice?
Who
did we get caught on the juice?
Oh, you talking about?
And we're using the mental as a.
You talking about Prince Paul?
Free card.
Prince Paul?
No, not Chris Paul.
PJ Percocet.
That's what I'm talking about. Prince Paul.
Oh, I thought you said Chris Paul.
No, Prince Paul.
Chris Paul.
No, Prince Paul. Prince Paul. I don't know, man. I hope like you shouldn't make fun of like people who have drug problems and whatnot, man. You know what I'm saying? And he's putting out kind of goofy information or whatever. I don't know, man. Paul George hasn't been significant. He hasn't been a significant basketball player since he left the Pacers, man. If you really think about it, man. A couple good seasons.
Easily 5 years.
Oklahoma. From some forgettable seasons where he shot the side of the backboard and with the Clippers, you know what I'm saying? And for a guy that used to be like, remember, man, then he stood toe to toe, play wise against LeBron. We remember this, man, when he was with the Pacers, man. So, what guys do to stay in the league in some of these leagues is what they put in their bodies is extraordinary to me. I don't think he's on dope. Lord knows, I don't think he's on dope. But if he uses some type of enhancement, man, that's just that's just more smut on his name, man, and that's unfortunate.
My issue with it is how quick he came back with a response, right? And again, I don't know what happened. He was really quick with a response and tried to, coming off as humble. Well, I'll take full responsibility for mental health medication, and you all know, y'all seen what I was doing for suicide prevention, and that's a real deal. And I had that happen to someone who worked for me. Closely that worked for me in 2021. If I find out that there's any tomfoolery with what he's talking about, I'm going to make it my ploy on Cott's Corner to eviscerate him every Cott's Corner until he retires. I promise you, this is nothing to play with. And for him to say that so quickly, people say, well, it was mental health stuff because we understand the climate of mental health. Give him a pass. Okay, you got your pass, Paul. But if it comes out that it wasn't, I'm telling you, every Cott's Corner, I'm going to eviscerate it. I'm going to take 5 minutes out of every show and just take my time and chop him up and chew him up.
Here's my thing.
Not in the top 10 no more. Not in the top 10. No more.
He never was any damn way.
Well, you have a multi-million-dollar body.
Boy, what?
You protect your body, have insurance policy on your body. You have a huge entourage, which every single player does. You have to know what's going in your body. This is just like a professional wrestler or whatnot. You know what's going on. You're putting into your body, just like baseball. And if you don't, your team does. So
They got seminars. They got seminars, and also they've got a big placard up in the locker rooms about items that are banned on their ban. They got a ban list thing. And if there's any question that you think there's something in doubt, you got your team doctor right there. You don't do. He went to a doctor, right? Supposedly. So you mean to tell me your personal doctor didn't say, you may want to double check this? It just doesn't sound right. I'm not going to clown him, but it just doesn't. It sounds too nice and neat from yesterday, and then how it is when he didn't take the time to educate himself, because on his podcast, all he talks about is education and being smart. Basketball player, that type of thing. So come on, man. I just rather just die away, because I don't want to take 5 to 8 minutes out of every show and beat him down. But I'm telling you, he will never be in the Raptors now at games. Never, ever.
Never.
You know,
what about the video tribute at the beginning of the game?
Fairground.
When we gonna put him back in there? Come on.
I didn't like that either. He should never got a video tribute either.
Pepsi Coliseum.
No, you know how they do the legacy thing at the beginning of the before the game starts.
No, he's not in there. I don't think he's in there.
He's not, but we need to.
I think. Reggie, I gotta ask Reggie. I don't think he's in there. I don't think he's in there.
Man, I think they put Sam Perkins in that thing, and they don't have Paul George.
Well, Sam Perkins did nothing to embarrass the franchise or himself. I mean, I'm okay with that. You know,
Artest did.
He absolutely did. He absolutely did. You talk about mental health. Talk about mental health. That's legitimate. I give Ron Artest a pass because he had legitimate issues, and he apologized, and he comes back humble. If you go to the games, he's signing autographs, loving everybody. I give him a pass.
The nation that's
that bingo card tonight for Sam Perkins and Haywood Workman being bought up on the college basketball show. Big winners tonight. Big winners.
Big move. Go next, big move.
Hey, I don't know, man.
John,
I really don't want to talk about Ball State, man, because it's not a pretty picture. It's not a pretty picture with the Butler Bulldogs either. You know what I'm saying? Losing to Georgetown at home. It's not a pretty picture.
Bad loss yesterday.
JB, you was pissed yesterday. You was pissed. JB, I could feel you typing when you sent that message yesterday. I felt your finger going to these numbers. That wasn't good, man.
Valpo didn't pull a 500 on us, man. I know y'all kind of forget about Valpo, but Valpo didn't pull a 500 and ran up a score up on Indiana State yesterday too, man. So, you know, a couple little mid-major programs having some struggle bus here around these parts, man. Every team that I just mentioned is going to have to win their tournament in order to make the big dance. So, wishing good luck to. There's still some time for Butler to get it together. Ball State.
Not much, John.
How many games left? About 9?
I think we got 6, 7. 6, 7.
Yeah, I was 8 or 9, yeah.
Put that in there.
Down the stretch.
I do it for the kids, man. I do it for the kids on the show. Give me a second. I'll have your number of games. Keep talking.
The couple groups that obviously, you know what I'm saying, that are winning, man, that everybody needs to kind of keep a hold of eye on, man. I would say St. Louis for sure. You know, they're on a 15-game win streak.
They got 9 games.
I thought so, yeah.
Still got to win their tournament for sure. At the Atlantic 10 to probably get in. But there's really nobody, you know what I'm saying, breathing down their throat, I don't think. I think George Mason's in the same conferences with him. I think they're kind of right behind him or whatever. Other than that, I think who else we should probably be paying kind of attention to?
Hey, the Butler, the fans want to see you, JB, at the Butler game on February 11th, and then they want you in that press conference.
Got to get credentials.
They want you in that presser afterwards because it's UConn comes to Butler, and I want to hear you and Mr. Hurley.
I wish I would be in town. I would love to be at that game.
We got to get Big East credentials, man. You know, they kind of stingy, uppity about who they give media press credentials to, man. Nah, man, UConn should be right there at the end of the, you know what I'm saying, end of the season, man. Xavier kind of won some games, man. I know we don't really give a damn about what they do in Cincinnati.
They're 12
It's Cincinnati.
They're 12-10. Move on.
Listen, man, that's the Patino. You can't just move on. You can't just he's been disrespectful to the basketball royalty on the college basketball show.
They are 12-10. They are not even making the NIT.
He may have a point, JB. 12-10 ain't gonna. 12-10 is rough, man.
Well,
You
the
probably gonna go.
Big East ain't cutting it.
And even if you go 500 the rest of the time, man, the rest of the season, that's gonna be a stretch, man.
Okay. When he's
that
coaching,
may be wishful thinking.
When he's coaching your next favorite NBA team, just say, Jonathan, you heard it first, man. Little Richie Pitino be coaching, the New York Knicks. It's coming.
Oh.
It's coming. It's coming.
Hey, listen. They got a love fest with his daddy right now, right? They've forgotten all about the restaurant situation and all these things. It's like Rick Pitino's now the Lord and Savior of college basketball coaching. You want to talk about a POS?
Hey, all these coaches kind of going through it, man. Even the homie Rick Barnes down there in Tennessee, man. He even after the win, they beat up fraudulent. I told you, Brandon. Brandon was bigging up Auburn last week. I want you to apologize to me right now because I told you them dudes is frauds. They coach is fraud. They got 5 G leaguers. They probably can go pro next year and then be right back at Auburn. Now how stupid they are down there. I'm sorry, man. The educational system down there is just not good. Yeah, everybody knows this. But anyway, they got a fraudulent ass coach. Fraudulent ass coach. But no, man, after the game, man, Rick Barnes, after the game, they won the game. He's talking about this players is gambling. Dude, it might be time for Rick, the white shadow. He the real white shadow. It might be time for him to get out. This might be time.
Hey, you got to reference that point, JB. You can't you got to reference the white shadow. That's one of the 1970s greatest sitcom shows with Ken Howard, ex-Chicago Bull, coaching in the tough neighborhoods of Chicago.
It's a great show, Brandon. I think it made like 3 seasons, man. Brandon it
was a 3-season show, but their center was going pro every year.
Damn.
It was 1 year.
R.I.P. Dedmon Wilson, my boy. Sanford's son. Great show.
Hey, Lamont Sanford, man. Hey, that's my favorite sitcom of all time. I've got the DVDs, and I absolutely watch it all the time, man. That's my stuff, man.
Your Black History Month
song.
What'd you say, Brandon?
Jonathan Bird song. IU Indy Jaguars 2-11 in the horizon.
Hey man, I'm glad you brought them up, man. I know it looks bad from a conference standpoint, man. But 1 year over, 1 year in, he does have 6 wins. I think to make it look good, you know what I'm saying, they got to get at least 3 more wins, 3 more conference wins. Obviously, you know what I'm saying, a little bit of the NCAA tournament might be out of reach. They still make the Horizon League tournament, and then they got to work to Magic to, you know what I'm saying, to kind of navigate that. They got some roadkill wins. They beat some quality teams as far as the league is concerned. Just, you know what I'm saying,
I don't.
Just as you know what I'm saying, the record doesn't necessarily reflect their heart. They kind of desire to kind of put there on the floor. So got a lot to improve. But like again, you know what I'm saying, I ain't gonna say the program too hard. Like I said, with Coach Ben Howard, just 1 year in, you know what I'm saying, you got to give a little respect to that overall record.
They would play Northern Kentucky right now if the conference tournament started today. Right now, your leaders. Wright State 10-2 in the conference, and then Oakland, Mr. Campy, 10-3. The same Oakland team at 10-3, where IU Indy went up and won.
Correct. That's kind of what they're capable of, man. So just getting consistent, you know what I'm saying, consistency out there. That's their
big one and done. Get to March.
If they get to the Horizon League tournament, they'd have to win the whole thing in order to get.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. I mean. Could they get hot? Are they? I haven't watched them enough. Are they good enough to get hot? Or
they're getting shooting slumps though right now. That's just bad. They got to figure that out.
Yep.
They got an opportunity. John and Dika, I want to talk real quick. The conference we need to give a little more love to. We kind of hinted on it earlier. The Big 12. Arizona Wildcats, I know you boys love them, and you think they're the king of the crown, and they're NCAA champion bound. I do not trust this team. I've said it. I don't trust them.
And I told you so the other night. You almost did the I told you so the other night.
Oh, I did. They were up by 20, and they were just salting it away, just giving it away. I see them get to like an Elite 8 and then a fizzle. Decock, question for you. When's the last time somebody west of the Mississippi has won a national championship in basketball?
That would have been the Arizona Wildcats, right?
1997.
Yeah. My boy Bibby.
Long time.
That wasn't Bibby? Was that no? Bibby wasn't on that team. Was it Bibby? Okay,
Bibby, Mike Bibby and Miles Simon.
Yeah.
Long time. So
a long time.
Wasn't the Jet there too?
Who?
No, he was before that. I think he was before that. I think. Maybe
Jefferson.
Man, that team was. If you think about it, that team had a lot of NBA talent on it.
We're gonna bring it up.
Now that you mentioned that,
bench, man.
They had a lot of NBA talent.
That's the specialness.
Remember Miles Simon? Simon says, remember Miles Simon?
People hate on the Jet. People hate on the Jet because, like, you know what I'm saying, the dunk LeBron put on.
Here you go. Here's your team. Number 10, Mike Bibby, that we always talked about. Number 12, former Memphis coach, former Georgia Tech coach, Josh Pastner.
Wow.
He was on that team. Number 13, Donyell Harris. Number 15, John Ash. Number 21, Bennett Davidson. Michael Dickerson at forward. Number 23.
With the high socks.
Quinn Debs, Justin Wessel. The Jet, Jason Terry on that team. Eugene Edgerson, Miles Simon, Jason Lee, AJ Bamlett, and Jason Stewart. So no Richard Jefferson.
No Jefferson on that team. So
Jefferson,
is it
wrong? They was with the homie. They was with the homie from here. That team that didn't win. They got to the Final Four.
Yeah, they were. Yeah, that was here, wasn't it?
Yeah,
that team was fifth in their own conference that year.
What does that tell you? That's deep. That's what that tells you. That's
number 7, UCLA. Number 21, Stanford. Then Cal, USC, and then Arizona. They were 6th.
All you gotta do is go on a roll, man. You get guys getting hot and they start believing, and before you know it,
where was that title at, D-Cot?
Downtown.
Where's this tournament at?
No, that was in Luke. That wasn't in Lucas.
It was at the Dome.
Yeah, it was a Hoosier Dome. It wasn't the Lucas.
Where's this year's tournament at? Location?
Right here, baby. Right downtown.
So, good setup. But also, John, I'll fed this back to you. Of Duke's national championships, how many of them have been here in Indianapolis?
I mean, once they win them, man, you don't care. You just don't care where you at no more, man.
I have two up. I have two.
3 of 5 been here,
man.
So
I was gonna say 2. I don't necessarily think they got the team to get to win the national championship this year, but getting here, we'll see.
Get hot. You got talent. The talent's there.
Yeah, they got talent, dude, for sure.
So back to the Big 12, you got Arizona 22-0, Houston Cougars 19-2. Kind of been sleeping through the season, right? Nobody's really mentioned the Houston Cougars this year as much. And then you got Iowa State, Kansas, Texas Tech, and then you got UCF before you get to BYU. Thoughts on Big 12, where we're sitting at?
Houston they just put, they just run a whole lot of offense on you, backdoor cut. With all that coach speak, they hit you with it, man. And then on the defensive end, man, they just same thing, man. They change up from going to zone. They change up going to man-to-man. They're in your chest. They will foul. They will hard foul you. And then they got, special guys that can kind of take over and hit mid-range shots and hit 3-pointers, man. Between Fleming and Nack, and like I said, they got juniors and and one senior or so. They just execute real good, man. There's really no stopping them, man. Outside of them kind of stopping themselves. Being honest with you.
I think the difference with this Houston team is just like the Jarris Walker team that was really good as well. You got the Houston team has a point guard as a freshman. That this dude, he's going to take over the game. He's a freshman going to take over the game. That Houston team had a lot of very good players, and Jarris Walker was their best player on that team, but he wasn't their grabber guy. That freshman guard that they've got in Houston is all that in the bag of chips, as they say.
Right.
And I think that can be the difference for a Houston team this season versus in past seasons. That's what I think from a Houston, because you always think of Houston teams as junior and senior laden, tough guys, 6'8", 240 guys and all that. this isn't that type of team. And I mean, granted, he's a freshman, but there's a lot of really, really good freshmen that are leading their teams this season, and he's one of them.
John, real quick, as we're getting close to the end here, Miami Redhawks.
It's your boys. Hey, JB, it's your boys.
The home Lex Lex Steele. That's somebody else, man. Travis Steele. Hey man, we gotta edit that out. I'm sorry, man. The homie Travis Steele. Man, they got a special team down there, man. Down there in Miami, Ohio, man. Just like I said, just winning games. Put Northern Illinois to sleep last night. They're ranked with some of these other teams kind of sliding down. Can they get into a top? It'll probably be the highest ranked MAC team, if you top 20. Since the early 20s, early 2000s, I bet. You know what I'm saying? If we pull the Google report on that, man. But like, nah, man, real special unit he's got. We all know kind of how that looks potentially for next year for them, man. But they on a magical run. When D-Cot talk about could a team get hot in the tournament, yes, that'll be a team that like nobody wants to play. D-Cot, Brandon Reed, coach is the one. He's the kind of coach that nobody wants to play us during the regular season, and this is kind of the reason why they're gonna upset somebody. You know what I'm saying? One shining moment on somebody. I mean, maybe even a 2-week team, but you know, everybody should kind of get your eyes on the MAC right now, for sure.
Yep. I do want to say real quick, I left it out for the Horizon League, John. I don't know if you saw this. This was last September when it came out, and I forgot until I was scrounging around on the Horizon League's website getting ready for our media stuff. They have actually added an additional game now to Indianapolis when they come to Indy. Instead of the top 4 teams in Indianapolis after the home games are played on campus, they've added now. And I don't understand. And it's a little interesting how they do it. They're seeding now for it.
Okay.
So you have your best first round winner gets a bye. And then your second best and your third best first round winners play each other. And then the winner of the second worst first round winner and the worst first round winner, that one will play the winner of the best first round winner. It's confusing as hell, but I like.
Why do all that? Why do all that?
I think
I'll bring it up. Here's the bracket.
One to probably get attention on the league.
So here it is.
Her just looking at it.
The second round, the second worst first round winner in the
betting
worst
props. I bet you that's what it is, Brandon. Betting props. You making the second and third best team in the league play
so
already.
Here's what I'm saying. These games now, it's winning margin. All these games matter with winning margins. Blow them out, you get the first seed in the bye. So now that game's going to be played on Sunday, March 8th. Then you have your regular ones on 9th and 10th. So I'm excited, John. That gives us an extra day to go there on Sunday at 3:30 for that ball game.
Wearing a suit.
But you ain't wearing no suit. I'll tell you that.
A striped suit.
Hey, I will tell you this, D-Cot. When we get to this game, 9:30, this is where JB for that.
Oh man,
he starts turning into a pumpkin when we're there for this one. This is about second halftime stuff. It's
Bobby Boo. Put them together.
It gets to halftime. JB starts packing up the bag.
Hey, that's 9:30, man. That dude, he gonna be in the corner somewhere knocked out, man.
But this game here, 7:00 on Tuesday, he's ready to roll.
Yeah, silly.
But I just thought I would mention this is a new tweak this year where they did the best first round winner, the second, third best, and then the worst and the worst. So it's
that
gonna be
seems
something.
a little extra to me.
Well, you got to bring some excitement to the Horizon League. They got a new president as well because the old president, she left to go work for the Pacers.
If it works, I guess. So like my man's hair falling off last night. If it works for you.
Oh man, come on, man.
Damn, D-Cock, come on, man.
Bring that back
if it works, man.
So let me see if I've got it here. Let's see the explanation real quick. Yeah, why it matters. The updated bracket brings 2 additional teams, 1 men, 1 women to Indianapolis, creating major experience for 10 total teams at the Cortiva Coliseum. Reseeding throughout the bracket in the second round buys for the remaining teams in Indy rewards regular season success and aims to protect our top seeds, best position in the league during March Madness.
Oh, they're protecting the investment. Okay, got you.
So,
hey,
I'm excited for it.
I'm okay with that. If you're going to admit that you're protecting yourselves, who can be mad? Because most conferences should do that anyway, something like that to protect.
And as JB would say, hey, they got some good catering, good media.
Oh, wonderful! Oh my God, roll it out.
Hey, there's a day that I get there early for the women's games that start at noon and roll through the whole night. I'm hitting that catering 2-3 times
to get a start on things. Okay, ain't nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with
that. Before we go, anything you guys want to hit on college basketball wise, and then Deacon, if you got something you want to plug as well.
Well, college basketball wise, I want to hit on right. Last night, my boy Scott Moore for Grace College lost the game to Huntington. They were 21-0. Today they're 21-1. I know we don't talk a lot about NAIA on the show, but I know JB, you're more of even a college basketball junkie than I am. Take a look. Scott's got about 3 or 4 guys will be playing Division I, if not next season, the year after that. His freshman is the leading scorer. Forget his name. He's silky smooth, man. He's about 6'3". He had a game, I think, where he was 11 for 11 from the 3.
Damn,
something like that. Yeah.
West Lafayette can use him.
Yes, Scott Moore, my guys at Grace College, man. Nothing. Hey, he was gracious to us on New Year's Eve. Got Grace gear. I'm always going to plug him. So, but again, not just because of that, but they got a damn good team, man. Now, we love hoops. They're an opportunity to take a look at them. Really good deal. Only other thing I got, Reggie and I, he talked me into it. He got me to drinking some tequila.
I saw a graphic. I about spit up my drink today when I saw it.
And talked me into. We're going to do a spin-off of Cott's Corner.
Oh wow!
We haven't got the name yet.
With tequila. Oh my God!
I'll text you about. I'll text you about it. But
I got a name for you.
Make sure
2 guys, 1 brain. 2 guys with 1 brain.
Hey, we got Claude and Ray that was sent to us. We have a few others, but
wow.
a lot of good feedback today. Quite honest, but I know he's chiming in, but he's so damn biased with his team.
Reggie,
he cannot think clear.
I'm glad, D-Kai, I'm glad you giving him the platform to, you know what I'm saying? I don't 100%. Know what happened with him and the homies up at the frozen spot.
Yeah, what happened to that?
Reggie used to call into the Crossroads. He's always welcome to tap in with us.
Hey,
for sure.
Hey, you know I said that on the show. And I'll play it. I said, listen, way back when he turned me on to you guys, I think we were about probably 4th or 5th year going into the season ticket over the Pacers. He said, man, you should listen to this show. These dudes, they're not real sharp, but they got a really good show.
He probably said something they got like the sports spot. You don't want to start with the sports spot, folks.
When people put you on, good point. When people put you on, you put others on, right? And we're gonna see what happens, man. The city's big enough for all of us. We're all tied in anyway. Most of us are East Siders, right?
Right.
Brandon, we know you're adopted. You're okay.
I'll work
but no, man. We're gonna see what happens. Probably be about a 30-minute show. We're not gonna go too long with it. See what type of topics we can hit on. It's basketball season. That's our sport anyway.
Right.
So we'll see how it goes. Probably airing the latter part of the month.
Can't wait to see what the logo looks like too. The graphic.
Yeah.
I was kidding. Yeah. I was kidding on the 2 guys and 1 brain, but they could use that show. Actually,
2 guys, 1 brain.
I'm trying to think.
The Tin Man. He's a no. Who that without a brain? Was that the Scarecrow? Yeah.
No, that's the Scarecrow. You can't.
You might have Uncle Carl and Urkel. Maybe that's the.
Oh.
Reggie says I got the brains. What he said.
Yeah. Contrary to the truth.
John.
Good stuff, man. Hey, just more tapping in with some of this basketball, whether it be NBA or college or even international, man. There's a whole lot of international talent kind of pouring over here from the Euro leagues, kind of pouring over here from Australia. And you know, so I kind of just want to be on top of it and kind of get these guys know the guys' names and whatnot, man. So yeah, you expect a little more 4 o'clock in the morning, little shares, man. Get ready. So, but like, no, man. Me and Brandon Reef got with the homies from the State of the Union, Ball State State of the Union.
Link is in the chat. Link is in the chat tonight, 8:30.
Yeah, that's gonna drop at 8:30.
Check them out.
Me and Brandon, we probably gonna have a show, you know what I'm saying, coming up Tuesday or Wednesday, probably Wednesday.
Monday.
He said Monday.
So you leave Tuesday. You leave Tuesday, right, Brandon?
Yeah,
he was.
Tuesday.
Well, you know, I thought about the power of the internet, but yeah, so tomorrow, man, that gives me time, right, to watch, you know what I'm saying, the Royal Rumble show that kind of happened over this weekend as well.
5
But
out of 10,
man.
maybe a 4. Wasn't impressed.
Except
my tribal chief.
The return of the tribal chief.
He's back.
He
won the Rumble. So.
That's cool, man. But other than that, man, you know, I wish everybody, you know, a warmer week than we had the last week for sure.
Definitely.
Yeah. Ball State State of the Union, Crossroads. We had a show last week. We did fantasy football draft of the best all-time football players from Ball State. You had a quarterback, a running back, a wide receiver, a flex, and 1 defensive player. Now, I'm not going to spoil it. I think I got the best team personally, but I ain't going to spoil it. But somebody went against the rules very early. So, not going to say who.
I got the best
against the rules. And
there is a
pick that will turn heads and drop drinks if you're not sitting on a counter. So I'm just going to
oh my gosh.
But the spoiler is
Girl flex.
Your boy did have the number 1 pick. I did have the number 1 pick, so I'll give you that little spoiler. But Cuts drops at 8:30 tonight. Ball State State of the Unions thing. We're going to share it on our links as well. Can't wait. We're actually going to do
I'll grab and share it as well too.
We're going to do a college basketball Ball State one too in a couple weeks. So looking forward to that. But our show on Monday night, and then we'll enjoy another week as we prep for the big game. Don't say the name. You can get sued. The big game. The big game. So that's D-Cop with Gametime Network. Jonathan Birdsong, my co-host. Brandon Reeve. Thank you guys as always. Enjoy your Sunday night. We'll see you on all of our platforms. Take care.
Thanks for listening to the Crossroads Sports Radio Show. You can find more episodes on iTunes and the Google Play Store. Be sure to like and subscribe for more Crossroads sports content.